pretty straightforward. You're mainly going to want to try and keep things either medieval, Renaissance, steampunk, Victorian, anything up until pretty much World War I is going to be kosher. When it comes down to it though, there are some things to avoid. First off, jeans, t-shirts, athletic shorts, hoodies, like windbreaker jackets, modern raincoats, anything that like you could pretty much not look any different from anybody walking out of a Walmart. But your footwear can vary a little bit. For example, you could go all out like I have with like full-on boots. Some people like to wear sandals or flip-flops because, I mean, you know, way back in the day, sandals were a thing. Yes, and Noah here is modeling his sandals. And then there's some things that are a little less acceptable. What are those? Tennis shoes, try and avoid. However, it's not always possible to avoid things that aren't really going to work very well. So one of the best ways of dealing with that is you can obtain spats or boot covers. You can find them under different names, but basically it's a piece of cloth or leather that you can either pull on or tie on around your shin and upper foot, and it should help mask your feet a little bit. However, you can also get cloth wraps called winigas, and they can also be used to not only protect your legs a little bit, keep them warm, but also disguise your shoes. Hats are usually very handy for not only just keeping your head dry and shady, but also just to add a nice little accent piece to your garb. Gloves, glasses, other little accessories, belts, pouches. You can get other little bits like a knife is usually very handy, a cup or a drinking horn or a wine skin, whatever you can use to carry or temporarily hold a drink is usually quite useful. Pouches are always handy for carrying your miscellaneous knickknacks. As a matter of fact, my belt is usually full of them. And of course, whatever weapons you're going to be using, because quite frankly, LARPing is rather boring when you're not using a weapon. Unless you're the type of person that likes to just sit around and craft all day, because that's cool too. That's about it. One thing you can use though, instead of like say a leather belt like this one, you can actually use a scarf. So colorful scarves can definitely add a nice little piece of accent to your clothes.
A great place to get a cheap leather functional belt that is also tough is Home Depot. That's where I got my belt, $10.
Not bad.
Good startup kit.